Friday, April 16th, 1:21 p.m. Really weirdly warm, 69 degrees out here in Silverdale. Haha, funny. Um, yeah, I just got done with the second day of actual partially in-person high school. I'm outside the high school right now. There it is. Yeah, there it is. The lot is super empty right now. It's weird. Um, yeah, I got to talk to a couple people today, which is cool. Uh, got talking to my friend Flex Rodenhurst. That's fun. Uh, Not that you would know who that is or anything. Probably not. Um, yeah, these buses are heading out now, so I'm gonna hop in my car so I'm not looking all sus. Suspicious. I mean, I shouldn't use slang. It really dates this even more than. Yeah. So yeah, that was fun. Got a food science class. Teacher's Miss Schick. Um, we made lumpia, which is pretty cool. Kind of a unusual thing for America, or at least for white people. And so that's fun. I'm gonna have to fry those up later tonight. Yeah, stuff's it's weird, but like a comfortable sort of weird. Like it's a familiar weird of being in a school building with other students, and I mean the masks are still super weird, but luckily the vaccines are out now, like I said in the video yesterday. So that's fun. We all got these little lanyard cards. There's a barcode on it, but I don't think that really. I doubt they're gonna scan it ever. Sucks because the stupid photograph didn't send in my picture. I think I might have said that yesterday, but whatever. So that's kind of weird. They've never had like actual lanyard things. We've had ID cards in the past, but kind of thing you keep in your pocket and it gets checked like maybe once every year, maybe. We got these cool bracelets yesterday. Well, some of us did. Should have distributed those better. Hmm. What else is there to say? Oh yeah, gonna be hanging out with my girlfriend Jenna tomorrow. Hopefully, Um, so that might be fun. I think I might record a video log thing then, just because why not? Oh yeah. Also tomorrow, I'm actually getting a COVID vaccine, so that's gonna be cool. So I can hang out with Jenna, not worry too much about the masks. Yeah. No. Anyway, what else is there? Hmm. It's just weird being in a real school again. You know? Well, I guess you don't know, but it's just man, it's hard to describe. It's the kind of thing you have to be living through this whole weird pandemic to be relating to it, I guess. Hmm. Well, I guess the one benefit with these masks is no one can see my pathetic attempt at a mustache because my stupid I'm almost 18 years old and I can't grow a mustache to save my life. It's sad. That's the one benefit of the the masks. And yeah, not dying, whatever. But yeah, seriously, it's really kind of refreshing to be back in school because uh, ever since elementary school, I've been one of those kids that really kind of thrived on attention. Like I didn't get much attention at home, so I made up for that by being the funny guy in at school. I realized during this whole quarantine lockdown that I didn't really develop much past that whole funny guy persona. Like I'm. So that's a weird feeling to realize that you haven't really grown as a person. You're kind of just like the only part that's grown is a fake persona that you do for attention in public. It's a really weird and not fun realization to make. Um, so yeah, I found that out. So I can start working on trying to be more like a person, I guess. Um, Man, it's just the weirdest thing. I'm sitting here in the parking lot of the new high school building, and there's the gym of the old middle school still intact, just sitting there, which is just super, super weird, you know? I don't know, just like, it's so strange, because like this part of the middle school is still here, and then part of the old high school is being turned into the new Kitsap Library now, so it's cool they're leaving that much, like the newer, what we called the 900 wing, that was what it was called, um, aka the wing with the special ed classes and really bad health teacher. Like most of the classes were special ed, I want to say. Um, yeah, so like that part of the building was added on in like the 80s or something. So it's a lot newer than the rest of the building. Like the original building was built in the old building's parking lot with all the trees around it. But then that burnt down a decade after it was built. So then they built a little bit further back on that hill was where the really cool old building was before it got torn down. Then that got the 900 wing added on, but now the old building part is gone, but the 900 wing isn't. Then ironically, this double building here, the new high school and middle school combined, is, as you can see with the gym, the parking lot for the high school is where the middle school used to be. Those kind of blocked off angled roofs at both entrances there. One sec. It's hard to operate a camera backwards. So I can't figure out how to get it in frame, but so yeah, there. I think you can see it now. But yeah, those two entrances actually extended out a lot more, and then connected to the building, which was the wall to the building was probably close to about where I'm sitting right now in my car. So that's kind of funny. Or I would definitely be inside the building right now, probably in like part of the library or something. I'll have to like dig up and save some pictures of the old buildings because they were really cool. Okay, the middle school was kind of bad, and the old high school building could have definitely needed some fixing. But instead of fixing the buildings they had, they raised taxes in the area for 3 years, raised a total of $150 million, tore down the old buildings that everyone liked, except for these little tiny pieces. So tore down the majority of those old buildings that people liked, and built this new combined campus that's just terrible. Like all the hallways are super narrow. It's really like spread out, and the windows don't open. So part of the reason we haven't been able to come back to in person is because the building, the new building that's supposed to be all high tech and state of the art, the windows don't open. So that's kind of weird. Yeah, CK admin has not been making any good decisions in the past few years. Like there's a light board down here by the little roundabout thing. Two cheap little, probably about, I don't know, 4 inches high little light boards. Got letters on them, so you can run, like little announcements. The old building had a huge, really expensive light board. It was a couple $1,000s, like 12 years ago, and it's still just sitting there. It's still sitting outside the 900 wing section of the building. It's still there. So what a waste to not use that thing that super expensive color light board that's just sitting there. It's like 6 feet wide and 4 feet high, and they're just not using it. Just sitting there turned off. I mean, I'm no expert in, making like business decisions insofar, or, so far, but really? $150 million building a new building, bringing a whole Swedish company, whatever, it wouldn't have been easier to raise like 10 and fix the buildings you had already? Okay, maybe build like a new wing for the old high school to accommodate more students, but like, you could have fixed those old buildings for so much less than it was to tear down and rebuild. Just a real waste. And I don't know how it's going to be in your time, but these new buildings don't really have any character to them. Like, you can it feels kind of like a hospital. Like kind of super super sterile and not exactly like it hasn't been lived in at all. It's, it's the kind of place you'd expect to be like on camera all the time. Like it's like a laboratory, I guess, like a really big lab with super narrow hallway. I don't even know. Yeah, it's just I mean this the Central Kitsap School District is burning through money like Disney is, you know. Millions and millions of dollars just throwing them away basically. So yeah, that's my little tirade about oh yeah, and the doors in the new high school building when they open, they can lock open and then they stick out a foot into the hallways. So the already super narrow hallways get narrower if teachers have their doors open. Yeah, just a whole Swedish company and everything, and the design is terrible. Like that's just what the problem is they hired a Swedish office building company. Like this high school building would work fine if it was an office where there was like, 100 people, but it's not. It's a high school with like 1,000 students. Like that's the designs that would work for a small company's expensive office building pretty clearly don't work in a high school setting. Like the biggest high school, one of the biggest high schools, like a student body wise, in a 50-mile radius, and this building is tiny. Like it's laughably bad. You know. Well, anyway, that's my rant about this really bad new building. In fact, this new building is so bad, just out of spite, I'm gonna in the future, hoping that I have money in the future to burn. I'm gonna buy back the site of the old high school building and rebuild it. Just because. Um, I don't know. I think what I would do if I had millions of dollars to throw away, and I think that'd be like one of the main things I would do because I think a lot of people would like that. Because this new building, it it has no history and it's just kind of ugly. So yeah, I don't know. I think that'd be a fun thing to try and rebuild the old high school building, if not entirely, at least like like build the building section of it and have it be empty inside, like whatever. But just to have that same iconic building on the corner where it's been since 1934, but was torn down 2 years ago. So I think it'd be really nice to I think people would appreciate that. Um, Speaking of high school, today I picked up my cap and gown stuff, so it's a little more official that I'm actually going to be graduating this year, which is so weird. Like I think I think back to every other school year in my entire life, and there's always been that next school year coming up, but now there's really not. It's like sure I might go to college, I might not, but there's no structure anymore. Like this is it. This is the end of the structured school years, public school, kindergarten to 12th grade. So that's kind of a weirdly humbling feeling. I don't know. So yeah, I think I'm gonna cut this off now because I'm really rambling in circles. But yeah, I don't know. I'll leave you with this parting little piece of information, little trivia about Central Kitsap High School. There was a pep rally cheer from like the late 40s or early 50s. That's one of the. It's so dirty. I'm surprised it was school sanctioned. The cheer was "Rick'em Rack'em Rock'em Really Fight." Um, that's I'm surprised anyone got away with that. Even in the 50s, I don't know. But anyway, as always, see you in the future.